The first thing we want to do when we reinstall our gas tank is put the gas cap on. Now be real careful on this. I put a little rag in the hole in the gas tank there, just in case you don't want to drop that screw in that hole. That would suck, and you'll never get it out. So anyway, block the gas filler hole, and then go ahead and put the filler cap on, but leave it just a little bit loose, just a little bit of tension, because what we want to do is close it, and then open it, and make sure it's centered on the gas hole before you tighten it up. That way it'll close close and open nice and easily. So do that, and then we'll put this on the bike. I sprayed a little Windex or soapy water on these big rubber bumpers, so when you slide the tank in, it'll slide in a little easier. I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be a little easier to slide it in there. So once you put that tank on there and get it positioned, just slide it forward, kind of move it a little bit. Make sure you hold on to the handlebar as you slide it forward. And there you have it, and then it should mount in the hole right here. And then we'll go ahead and connect everything. Oh, I forgot to mention the vent line on the back of the tank there. You may have to slide it back just a little bit, and then lift the back of the tank. And underneath there, you'll feel the vent line. Go ahead and slide it up on that barb. It's kind of under about right in here. Go straight up. Slide that vent line on there. I mean, most of the bikes that I get, the vent lines aren't hooked up, and it's not a huge deal, but it might drip gas in there and kind of make a mess. So it's nice to hook that vent line up. Then you can slide it back forward again. Now we're going to hook up the gas lines to the fuel petcock. So go ahead and hook this one up. Slide that back on there, put the little keeper on. And then the one under here is the larger one. Hook that line up, put the little keeper on. And then we can go ahead and screw this back to that flange with the two screws that we kept in the bag. And then we'll reattach the other side. Then go ahead and reconnect this side. Same thing. These are little 8mm flange screws. The last thing we'll do is put the little rubber gasket around the that gas tank flange. That's the tapered side goes down. And then we'll put the gas tank bolt in with the big washer. And go ahead and snug that up. And then we're going to show you how to start this thing up. We're going to be real careful pouring the gas in at first, making sure that it doesn't leak out anywhere. Okay, do me a favor, and before you pour gas in your tank, put the fuel petcock to either the reserve or the on position, or the run. Whatever you do, don't put it on the prime yet, because when you pour the gas in this, gas will not come out of this vacuum-operated petcock here until you put it in the prime position. So it's just kind of important to keep that in those positions while you pour the gas in, so gas hopefully won't leak out. So go ahead and put some gas in the tank, and then go ahead and put it in the prime position. Now what that'll do, that'll let gas into the carburetor. You may even want to let it sit for a minute. It probably has a fuel pump on the other side, so when you start it up, it may take a minute to pump the gas into the system, but go ahead and put it in the prime position with gas in the pump, in the tank. We'll turn the ignition on, and hopefully it'll fire right up. My dog, he freaks out when I start the bike. You notice he's old and he wears a diaper? He's a good old boy though. Now, if for some reason your bike has a hard time starting, worst case, you can always take it's a chrome cover on the other side, and you can watch our video on how to remove that. It's the air cleaners on the other side, and you can spray some starter fluid in that, and it'll help fire it up for the first time. So anyway, hopefully everything works out well, and it runs good, and make sure it doesn't leak. That's the main thing. And then after you fire it up and it runs, put it back into the run or the reserve part. Because if, say you did have a slow leak somewhere, in these positions, it won't leak out of the petcock. So reserve or run positions after you get it started, not the prime.